Our major story tonight is the sad story of the bandits or the terrorist attack on the train line from Abuja to Kaduna. There's some emerging facts that are coming, information on what really happened, a number of people that were on board, as against the over 900 that were reported. The manifest has been released by the state government, shows that about 362 people's tickets were validated, about 390 also bought tickets for that train service on the day, and listed the number of people that are injured and several other people unaccounted for. Let's get a sense of what this means altogether and where we should go from here and how to ensure that this does not happen again. Money has been spent to build infrastructure. Now these very terrible terrorists staging the attacks on these infrastructure. I'm being joined on the program right now by Mr. Dennis Amakri, a retired director at the DSS. He joins us from the United States. Interestingly, I understand that he's on a train service in the United States. Mr. Amakri, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Those who have criticized that there's a problem of intelligence that we've suffered in this attack that we've seen, give us a sense of what this means for our security. It does look that we may have tamed these terrorists for some weeks. In the last few weeks, there have been some quiet, but now there seems to be some resurgence in the attacks. What do you think may have happened? Especially when the minister said we should have bought a surveillance gadget or some surveillance gadget, and some of his colleagues in government did not approve that.
Thank you very much for having me. Actually, I'm on a train that is going to New York, and first of all, I'd like to situate it. I'm talking to you because this train has internet. And because it has internet, this train can be located anywhere in the world. And when you are traveling on a train like this, it feels secured because there is nothing that will happen to it that you cannot actually get. Security agencies can reach it. They can actually see it if they want to. And response to it. I've heard what the minister says. He's saying that they want tracking systems and the cameras that will be looking outside the train and stuff like that. Well, fine and good. But that solution is not right. That solution is not going to give us very good results. Because right now in the market, we should have equipment that can easily detect what is happening and then, of course, respond. It has to respond. We cannot just see them that they are coming, and then, of course, what do we do? The question of response is the major issue. And, of course, when you are responding, is to deal with those people that are causing the problem for you on the road.
So the big question here is, how then do you secure the very long kilometers of these tracks that cut across several communities and it cuts across, it links several states of the Federation? Because now it's not only Abuja, Kaduna. We have other train tracks across some other states, from Lagos to Ibadan and all of that, which the federal government says it wants to link most part of the Federation. How do we secure these tracks?
Okay, to secure the network of tracks that we have, it's not by putting cameras all along the rails or putting sensors along the rails. You first of all, you have to do a risk assessment. Get the State Security Service to give you a very good risk assessment, because they have people who are specialized the risk assessment, you look at the better solution, best solution now, which is being used by even other countries, is the blanket, security blanket that you can use. The eye in the sky, the eye in the sky. It cannot be vandalized, it cannot be seen, it cannot be destroyed. And then that eye in the sky will tell you exactly what is happening on the rail tracks. All of them. You can see from the beginning to the end of what is going to happen. If there are people that are going to approach it, you will know. Now, after knowing, there comes the important part, response. Now, when we are responding, we know we cannot um, send troops from Abuja or Kaduna to start driving all the way down there. So what you need are drones. Now, these drones are not just the ordinary drones that we talk about. We're talking of predator drones. Predator drones. And these drones are armed. And because they are armed, they could do a lot of things. If there are people that are trying to attack or ambushing the train, they should be able to clear them out before the train arrives. And these things are in the market. Now, if we have very good relationship with the United States, the predator drones that they've even used in Afghanistan are being retired in the United States here. And as friends to the United States, we should be able to approach the government to either lend us or buy them outright for our use.
I mean, why? Because this is not the first time security experts like yourself are talking about the use of drones and how we can use unmanned gadgets to play surveillance role in our security architecture. How difficult is it to get all of this done? Because we understand that there was a United States military operations to rescue some United States citizens that were abducted in the northeastern region of the country. That was not a largely physical operations on the ground, where the boots are mostly on the ground. It was largely done remotely, digitally. I mean, what does it take, or what does it entail to be able to get all these unmanned gadgets working in the interest of protecting lives and property in Nigeria?
Okay, now I was talking about the predator drones. The predator drones are remote piloted um aircraft systems, and these remote piloted aircraft systems are controlled on the ground. We can have different ground stations in Abuja, in Kaduna, in Port Harcourt, because even besides the rail system, these things can also protect oil pipelines, and these are the pipelines that will be losing money on. Now, they are being controlled in a control center that sees them. And like I said, they are not just the ordinary drone that we're talking about. We're talking of predator. Predator means they are armed. They are armed and they can attack. And when you have, like the one they use in Afghanistan, which is the laser guided hellfire guns that were mounted on those drones, the Predator became a success overnight because they were taking out the terrorists and insurgents in Afghanistan very easily. And this is what we need at this time. It's not just going or listening to somebody who wants to sell security equipment. You have to do a risk assessment. You have to know exactly what the problem is, and of course, how to clear that with a very good solution. So, yes, I hear what the minister has said, but I think you should go further, talk to the state security service, and then, of course, even private security contractors who can give a very good fit to purpose solution to this.
Okay, then another question now is those who are unaccounted for. And those numbers we do not know right now. Based on the information released by government, we do not know how many of them that are unaccounted for. But in essence, how do we, in terms of patrol and search and rescue operations, it's been almost 48 hours since this incident has happened. How easy is it to locate them, talking about military operations or police or search and rescue operations?
Yeah, that's another area. Thank you for that particular question. I think when things like this happen, we tend to just uh, put our hands on our head and cry. We have the minister going to visit the area, and then the vice president was also there. There is no need for all those visits. I can tell you this. There is no need for all those visits. The security response team should be, immediately this has been reported, should be on the track of these people. And I believe they were not too far away, because from what I'm hearing, that regional area where this incident happened, the whole area is infested with terrorists, people that are bandits before. And they should, in fact, the DSS have some job to do there where they have to penetrate that area. And then, of course, know these people, be on their tail, don't allow them to rest, and then do a rescue operation. Because what is happening right now is a situation where they've gone in there, they are just relaxing, waiting for phone calls to come, and then we will start arranging for ransom to be paid to release people. No, this thing will continue if we don't try to show them an example that you cannot just see this kidnapping issue as a lucrative business.